What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to MANIACITV, man. Today, we got the story of NLMB from the Hip Hop Daily YouTube channel, man. Shout out Herb. Shout out Bibby, man. Now listen, before we even get into the video, I want y'all to fact check me real quick. I want to say NLMB is one of the biggest street gangs in Chicago as far as numbers go. I heard that somewhere. I want to say they got the most members out of everybody when it comes down to street gangs in Chicago. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, man. But listen, we ain't doing no more talking, though. We gonna see what this one all about, man. Let's get it.
It's one of the biggest and most dangerous gangs on the east side of Chicago. Besides their reputation in the streets, they also have some of the hottest rappers in the game, including G Herbo and Lil Bibby.
Facts.
But before No Limit and the Mosquito.
Hey, when Bibby coming back, though, man? I heard he had something with Nardo Wick coming or
They also
something.
have some of the hottest rappers in the game, including G Herbo and Lil Bibby. But before No Limit and the Mosquito boys linked up, both gangs was almost wiped out after beefing with bigger sets in the city. Here's what happened. NLMB stands for No Limit Muskegon Boys, and it's actually an alliance between two different renegade sets.
Yeah, the No Limit Muskegon Boys, and then I heard, you know, the Never Leave My Brothers. I guess they go by either or.
NLMB stands for No Limit Muskegon Boys, and it's actually an alliance between two different renegade sets. The Muskegon Boys started out as a small set of GDs. In the early days, they was affiliated with Lakeside, another GD set. But even before they became enemies, the situation wasn't good. Even though they was both GD sets, Lakeside constantly disrespected MBG. At the time, MBG had only around 20 members. Lakeside is one of the biggest sets in the area with hundreds of members. Eventually the disrespect got out of control and some MBG affiliates had to take a stand. But Lakeside just turned up the heat and started robbing dudes from MBG whenever they wanted.
Wow.
MBG affiliates Veto and his brother Fab sent shots at them. Then Veto was gunned down and Fab left the streets for good. Veto's death was allegedly payback for the murder of a Lakeside member by MBG affiliates in 2008. No one knows for sure who killed Veto, but most people believe that Lakeside was involved. Killing Veto wasn't enough though. A year after he died, a barbecue memorial was being held at the same location he was murdered. Veto's friends and family was out grilling, putting up crosses and stuffed animals in celebration of his life. But then someone drove by and shot 5 people, including a 10-year-old boy.
Wow.
Around 9 that night, a black car pulled up to the memorial and started letting off shots. 5 people got hit before the car sped away, but luckily, they all survived. No one was ever arrested for the shooting, but Lakeside was allegedly responsible. Veto's death had a major impact on MBG and NLMB. He and G Herbo was close, and Herb even named his debut mixtape.
I was just about to say, hey, this tape right here, my nigga, when you talk about, quite honestly, one of the best works of music coming out of Chicago, man, this better be in your top 5 right here. Fuck that, your top 3 right here. What you mean?
G and NLMB. He and G Herbo was close, and Herb even named his debut mixtape Welcome to Veto Land in his honor. Around the same time, No Limit was in a war with Black Mob. A Black Peace Stone set was also allied with Lakeside. No Limit and Black Mob was cool with each other until a No Limit affiliate named Veto started trapping in Black Mob's territory. According to rumors, a Black Mob affiliate violated Veto for not checking in when in the area. A dude named Hell Rare was leading No Limit at the time, and he told Veto to go and get payback on the Black Mob affiliate. Instead of catching the dude while he was alone, Veto tried to shoot the Black Mob member while he was with his family. All of the shots missed, but shooting at someone while they was with their family was a major violation of the gang code. Some OGs got involved in the situation and tried to talk to Veto, but he refused to apologize and was killed on the spot. After this,
I ain't gonna lie, my nigga, how you know this shit though, man? Like, the way, and I fuck with Hip Hop Daily, but dog, I be wondering, like, damn, nigga, how you be knowing the details like this? Like, the OGs got involved, they tried to, you know, make some sense out of it, he turned it down, said I ain't going for none of that. Like, nigga, how is this all public record? Like, shit, like, on some real shit though. But I get it though, you know, as far as gang culture go, you know, women and children, always off limits, family off limits, by any means, no matter how deep your beef is with a guy, kids and children off limits. I said kids and children, women and children off limits though, but yeah.
shoot the Black Mob member while he was with his family. All of the shots missed, but shooting at someone while they was with their family was a major violation of the gang code. Some OGs got involved in the situation and tried to talk to Veto, but he refused to apologize and was killed on the spot. After this, No Limit and Black Mob was at each other's throats, but Black Mob had a lot more shooters and No Limit was outnumbered and outgunned. Other Peace Stone says that was allied with No Limit never stepped in to help, so No Limit linked up with MBG and formed NLMB. Now NLMB could defend themselves, but they ops started to link up too. Affiliates from a bunch of different sets, including members from Lakeside and Black Mob, came together to form KTS, or Kill to Survive. This is when the violence in the streets became worse than ever. The beef between NLMB and KTS started after a KTS affiliate named Lil Pez was shot in the head in 2008. Pez wasn't officially a member of the gang, but he grew up in the neighborhood and was respected by everyone around. Even though no one was arrested for killing Pez, KTS thought NLMB was behind the hit. His death sparked a war between the two gangs, and the body count has been growing ever since.
Now I want to ask y'all this. Like, I'm not too familiar with the Chicago streets. You know, when I go to Chicago, it's on some tourist shit. I ain't never in, in the trenches of it, my nigga. You know, I'm from Milwaukee. We about what, hour and a half or so away from it, man. But I want to ask y'all this. You know, as far as No Limit and the other gangs, there's been so many gangs listed. How far of a distance is it from, let's say, everybody know O Block, 63rd, they in close vicinity. How far is O Block away from NLMB territory? Now I know they share the same ops or whatever, man, but how far is it, man? Like, what's the drive? For those of you that's from Chicago, let me know something. Like, is it walkable distance? Is this just spread out throughout the entire city of Chicago? I know it's a big city now. Let me know something.
His death sparked a war between the two gangs, and the body count has been growing ever since. Two of the most famous KTS members was KTS Von and his brother, KTS Dre. Von originally ripped a set of the Vice Lords, and Dre claimed Lakeside, but they both joined KTS. Von allegedly committed his first murder in 2011 when he took out a member of 8x13 named Gotti. According to reports, Gotti was chilling in his car when someone drove up next to him and shot him in the head. After this, Von went on a killing spree that lasted 4 years and only ended because Von was killed in 2015. In 2012, Von allegedly saw a group of NLMB members outside of a liquor store and started shooting. According to rumors, the car he was in drove by and Von started letting off shots, killing 2 members of NLMB and injuring 4 more. One of the guys who died was Alamo, a 57-year-old who wasn't even an active member. The other was Rock, a 19-year-old affiliate who was a known shooter. G Herbo got hit too, but luckily survived. The shooting cemented the rivalry between him and Von, and the war between NLMB and KTS was about to turn up for real. In October 2012, Von and Dre called NLMB.
I remember this. I remember this video.
KTS was about to turn up for real. In October 2012, Von and Dre called an NLMB member named Cairo at McDonald's. A video of the altercation shows Dre and Von cornering Cairo and trying to get him to say Rock, one of the No Limit members Von allegedly killed a few months earlier. Cairo refused to say it, so Dre hit him in the face and broke his jaw. And then an NLMB member named Moody comes out with a gun, so Von and Dre took off. According to rumors, Cairo, Moody, and another No Limit member named Kobe left McDonald's. Then they came back with guns and let off shots at KTS, hitting a member named Pasto in the arm. A few months later, G Herbo and another NLMB member named C Money or Mad Max allegedly killed a dude from Lakeside named Lolo. Lolo was walking down the
street. You said G Herbo did this shit? I don't know, man. When it come down, and I feel like it's the fame shit for me though. Like, y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all on these reactions. When we think of Chicago culture, like obviously now G Herbo, guys like G Herbo and Dirt, they far from the street shit now. But it's like when I be watching like documentaries and they say, oh, they got this many bodies or they got that many bodies, it's kind of hard to see because honestly I feel like these niggas always had that out plan, from this shit. Herb is wise ahead of his time. I don't think he would have. I don't know. Then again, like I said, I don't know. None of us know if Herb got a body or not. But all I'm gonna say is I feel like just the vibe I get from Herb, man, his head was on his shoulders. He ain't had to get his hands dirty for a lot of the shit. Of course, the people around him, they gonna do what they gotta do. But Herb, with the music shit or whatever, he always seen that out in this shit. So he wouldn't have jeopardized that for anything else. But do I believe he called some shots? Probably. Same could be said with Dirk. But then again, it's the internet. It's all type of shit. I seen videos, people saying Dirk got 20 bodies and shit. Like, damn, like how y'all niggas know?
Hitting a member named Pasto in the arm. A few months later, G Herbo and another NLMB member named C Money or Mad Max allegedly killed a dude from Lakeside named Lolo. Lolo was walking down the street with a friend when they got pulled up on by C Money and Herbo. C Money shot Lolo in the chest, and G Herbo allegedly shot his friend in the ankle when he tried to run away. Lolo was rushed to the hospital, but died later that day. Lakeside changed their name to Lolo World after he died to honor him, then Von and Pasto went out for revenge. On August 10th, 2013, a bunch of No Limit affiliates were celebrating Lil Bibby's brother's birthday. G Herbo, Cairo, Kobe, and other NLMB members were chilling on the block, shooting dice. Out of nowhere, Kobe decided he wanted to go home. Some No Limit affiliates offered to give him a ride, but he decided to walk instead. While he was walking by the same McDonald's where Von and Dre pressed Cairo, a car drove by and someone started letting off shots. G Herbo and the other NLMB affiliates was only a couple blocks away and rushed over when they heard the shots. But by the time they got there, Kobe was dead and his killers was gone. No one knows for sure who killed Kobe, but rumors say that Von and Pasto was the shooters. Kobe and Herb was close homies. His 2015 mixtape, Ballin' Like I'm Kobe, was named in his honor. KTS Von dissed Kobe when he dropped a video for his song Kill to Survive. In the video, he wears a jacket that says,
oh, he even got all the names on here too. Rock, Veto, Fazo, Kobe. Nigga, these niggas just... This war in Chicago been just demented as hell.
Kobe when he dropped a video for his song Kill to Survive. In the video, he wears a jacket that says, Yo Dead Homie, with a list of dead NLMB members that included Kobe. After all the violence and disrespect on both sides, the situation between Von and Herb could only end one way. And on June 23rd, 2015, NLMB allegedly took out their biggest op. Von was walking down the 7500 block of South Indiana Avenue when two dudes hopped out of an SUV and let off shots. Von was hit multiple times and died at the scene. No one was ever charged with the murder, but No Limit affiliates dissed him on social media the day he died, and many believe that they're the ones who did it. Some people believe that C Money and another NLMB member named Choppa was behind the hit. Choppa and Von was going back and forth on social media the day before the shooting. After, C Money changed his Instagram name to Mad Max the Smoker, which was KTS Von's nickname. With his biggest op out of the way, Herb was able to focus more on his career. Not long after that, he dropped the track Kill Shit with Lil Bibby, which quickly blew up. Now, NLMB was getting mainstream attention, but their war in the streets wasn't over.
It's crazy though. What was I about to say? It's crazy though. It's like all this shit was before Herb even got like real buzz, like real industry buzz. This was way before all eyes were on Herb. That's what I'm trying to like process right now. Like, goddamn. Now I know what this nigga mean when he say he go through PTSD. Why he named the project PTSD, nigga? Cause shit, all the shit you done seen, the people you done lost, the niggas you was in war with, nigga, you start to question, my nigga, why am I even still here through this fucking war right now, man? That shit crazy. Shit.
Quickly blew up. Now, NLMB was getting mainstream attention, but their war in the streets wasn't over. In January 2021, one of G Herbo's day ones was killed while getting a haircut in the middle of the day. Lil Greg was an NLMB affiliate who grew up with Herb. He was sitting in the barbershop when someone walked in and shot him in the head.
Crazy.
The shooter escaped, but police later arrested a dude named Christopher Mosley for the murder. Mosley had ties to KTS, but Dre said that he didn't have anything to do with it. The police found Mosley with a pistol, but had to release him due to lack of evidence. KTS Dre still wanted revenge for his brother's death, but he was dealing with legal issues at the time. He was on house arrest for a gun charge he caught in April 2020. He was allowed to leave the house for a few hours a day, but took a trip to Wisconsin without permission and was arrested for violating his parole. His fiance posted his bail, but Dre had to stay locked up overnight. The next day, his fiance and grandma met him at the jail to take him home. While they was walking towards their car, two other cars full of shooters pulled up. The shooters hopped out and started letting off shots.
64
Dre's
times.
grandma was shot in the knees, but survived. Dre got hit 64 times in the face and body and died on the spot. No one's been arrested for this brutal murder, but some say it was NLMB getting payback for the death of Lil Greg. Dre claimed he wasn't involved with Greg's murder, but he made fun of him afterwards and told other NLMB members to go to the barber shop. There's no telling what'll happen next between NLMB and KTS. Both sides have caught a lot of bodies, but right now, it seems like No Limit is doing more damage. Von and Dre was two of the highest ranking members of KTS, and their deaths was a major loss to the game. Meanwhile, G Herbo and Lil Bibby keep on making waves in the industry. Herb dropped his album PTSD in 2020 with features from massive artists like Juice WRLD, Lil Uzi Vert, 21 Savage, and others. Lil Bibby and his brother G Money launched their own label in 2017 and were the ones to discover and sign Juice WRLD. So even though they suffered a lot of losses, NLMB is still prospering. Artists like Herb and Bibby are bringing in legal money and connections, while the rest of the crew is holding it down in the streets. NLMB started after two small sets linked up to save themselves from extinction, and now they're one of the most influential sets in Chicago.
It's crazy though. You know, I hope Bibby and Herb just stay on this track, man. Bibby's making a lot of business moves. I know he, Juice WRLD to Kid Leroy. Shit, some other niggas. This nigga an exec now. Stay in that lane. Herb, he doing this shit too. Stay in that lane. Like you said, they got they people in Chicago to handle whatever comes up. But damn, like knowing the story about this shit is crazy though. It's crazy. I knew the basis of it, the KTS, Dre and KTS Von against Herb and whatnot, but damn, I ain't know they shit was going down like that though. It's like even the clip from the McDonald's thing, it's like now it's starting to like piece it together. Now it's starting to make sense. Like, damn, like shit. I don't know, man. The story of NLMB, link down below in the description for y'all to check it out with no interruptions, man. Listen, if y'all new to the channel, y'all rock with me, want daily reaction videos, hit that subscribe button for me. To the next video, I'll see y'all then. Thank you for watching Maniaci TV. I'm out.